And this often comes up in my videos that almost nobody else on YouTube talks about, and that is, we know we need more protein to build more muscle, so if we're not eating for a prolonged period of time, then it would make sense that we're going to be losing muscle, but is that actually the case? My name's James from Athlete's Ability, and on this YouTube channel I teach you how to build muscle, how to lose body fat, how to get ripped or achieve any fat loss goal or muscle building goal you might have. The answer is no. If you do intermittent fasting, you will not lose muscle mass, and there's three main reasons for that, but make sure you stick until the end of the video because there is one example where intermittent fasting can cause muscle breakdown, and you want to make sure you're not making this mistake. The first reason you will not lose muscle when doing intermittent fasting is because of your hormones. People think that fasting is just a weight loss gimmick, and it's not. It is amazing for fat loss, but the benefits of fasting go far beyond just fat loss. From controlling inflammation, from increased autophagy, which is going to clear up damaged cells in the body, help with things like cancer. The list goes on and on and on of benefits with intermittent fasting, but one of the benefits is an increase in growth hormone. And what growth hormone does, one of the main functions of growth hormone, is to preserve muscle mass. And this, once again, as I often talk about, is a survival mechanism. If you don't eat any food, your body does not want to lose muscle, so it increases growth hormone, and that's going to spare muscle tissue. Reason number two you won't lose muscle when intermittent fasting is people don't understand how difficult it is to lose muscle. People throw the term, oh, you're going to lose muscle around. People will say, don't do cardio, you're going to burn all your muscle up. Don't miss your protein, don't have 20 grams less protein a day, your muscles are going to start disappearing. I don't think people realise how difficult of a process it is for your body to break down muscle. It's very difficult. Your body is not stupid, and it will try to preserve muscle at all costs. You'd have to be in a real severe survival situation for your body to start breaking down muscle. You have glycogen in your muscles, you have glycogen in the liver, your body will start to use that before it starts breaking muscle down. You have body fat all over your body, unless you're 6-7% body fat, which 99.9% of you are not who are watching this video, then your body is just going to take body fat. To use body fat as energy is not difficult for the body. Your body will not start breaking muscle down when it can just simply use body fat. To start breaking muscle down, you'd at least have to have not been eating for a few days, maybe even a few weeks. At that point, your body would start breaking muscle down as a last resort. When you're in that fasting period, your muscles actually may appear a little smaller, and that's because you've not eaten any food, you don't have any sodium, you don't have any electrolytes, you don't have any carbs in the muscle that's filling that muscle up and making it fuller. That doesn't mean your muscles have shrunk. The size of the muscle is still the same. But if you have a guy that's just eaten 200 grams of carbs and someone who hasn't eaten carbs all day, then of course the person who's had some carbs, their muscle will look fuller. It's not bigger, it's just more full. The third reason you won't lose muscle while intermittent fasting, and this often comes up in my videos that almost nobody else on YouTube talks about, and that is all my decisions, all my information comes from two things, and that is the science and the experience. And sometimes the science overrides the experience, and sometimes the experience is more important than the science. But when you look at both of these things, it proves that fasting does not cause muscle loss. The reason is because if you look at the science, there is not one study that shows that people lose muscle when fasting. And getting optimal protein, getting optimal sleep, people do not lose muscle mass. The other thing is, look at the experience. So many people do intermittent fasting now. Some of the biggest guys on YouTube, in bodybuilding, in general, do intermittent fasting, don't lose muscle, and actually build muscle. So you have the experience and the science proving that this is true. That's all the information you really need. Now, as I promised at the start of the video, and I'm going to link you a video at the end of this, so just stay with me a few seconds, but one thing you don't want to do is these prolonged fasts, 24-hour fasts, 48-hour fasts. They are very good for health, but I believe it's not optimal for muscle growth. I wouldn't want somebody not eating for 24, 48 hours. I do think there's a chance you could experience some muscle loss in that time, and even if not, it's not optimal for actually building muscle. It's very difficult to build muscle on a 24-hour fast. Some of you fast for religious reasons, which is totally fine, and some of you fast for health reasons. Maybe every 6 months you want to do a 3-day fast, and that's okay as well. That's not going to cause your muscles to disappear and atrophy, but I just don't recommend long fasts all the time. I stick to about 16 and 18-hour windows. That's what I do, usually around 6 days a week. The next video I recommend you watch is actually some intermittent fasting drinks, because it's okay doing fasting. A lot of you are drinking drinks during your fast that you think are not breaking your fast, and they actually are. You're hindering your progress. Also, some of you are not utilizing some of the best drinks that you can drink during a fast that's going to make your fast more effective. You can burn burn more fat by utilising some of these drinks. You can also have less hunger cravings if you're drinking some of these drinks, so go check that video out.